What if everything you know about 9/11 is a lie? What if the greatest attack on American soil wasn't the work of a distant enemy, but a plot hatched within its own borders? Welcome to Histoveins, where we dive into the veins of history to uncover the truth. Today we're tackling September 11, 2001, a day of fire, steel, and lingering questions. Was it Al-Qaeda's doing, or did the US orchestrate its own wound? Let's follow the evidence, cut through the allegations, and find out. This is Histoveins. Hold tight for the ride. New York 2001. The Twin Towers stand as titans. 112 stories of ambition, the tallest of their era, featured in nearly 500 Hollywood blockbusters. Their fall would be seismic, like toppling the Burj Khalifa today. 23 years ago, the Soviet Union was dust, China was dormant, and America ruled as the world's lone superpower. But on September 11th, that dominance trembled. Was it an outside strike, or a self-inflicted scar? Some whisper the latter, pointing to shadowy motives. Let's dig in. That morning, 19 men, allegedly all Muslims from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Lebanon, and the UAE, stepped into airports with a chilling mission. Split into teams of 5, they'd spent months training in flight schools across the US, learning to pilot Boeing 757s and 767s, not to land, but to strike. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11, a packed jet from Boston to Los Angeles, turned deadly. 5 hijackers, armed with box cutters and knives, slit the pilots' throats and stormed the cockpit. Mohammed Atta, a 33-year-old Egyptian with a Hamburg degree, seized the yoke. Passengers shoved to the back were told, "The pilots are dead, only I can land this."
Stay quiet and you'll be okay. We're turning to the airport.
Atta's voice crackled over the radio. He'd hit the wrong button, connecting to New York's tower. "Stay calm, we're heading back."
Nobody move, please. We're going back to the airport. Don't try to make any stupid move.
The plane banked 100 degrees, dropping low over Manhattan. Staff braced for a landing that never came. At 8:46 a.m., it tore into the North Tower's 93rd floor, igniting an inferno. News called it a tragic mishap, until the next strike. President George Bush, mid-story time with Florida kids, got the whisper, "A plane hit the Trade Center." An accident, he mused. But at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175, also Boston to LA, proved otherwise. Marwan al-Shehi, a 23-year-old UAE native, led his 5-man crew. They butchered the pilots, took over, and aimed for the South Tower. Live on air it hit, 17 minutes after the first. The world saw it. This was war. The timing screamed intent, maximum eyes on maximum chaos. The U.S. military leapt to action, grounding all flights, but 2 planes stayed rogue. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77, hijacked by Hani Hanjour, a Saudi who'd trained in Arizona, plummeted into the Pentagon's West Wing. Engines full throttle, it ripped through concrete, killing 125 inside. The CIA, blocks away, stood helpless. Then, United Airlines Flight 93, Newark to San Francisco, turned toward Washington. Zaid Jarrah, a Lebanese hijacker, barked, "We're going back to the airport." A passenger dialed his wife via the plane's phone. "They're lying, it's a suicide run." He rallied a revolt. "We're dead either way, let's take it down." They stormed the cockpit. Jarrah thrashed the controls, up, down, side to side. As they breached the door, he plunged it into a Pennsylvania field at 10:03 a.m. The toll, 2,977 dead. The South Tower buckled at 9:59 a.m., 1,000 lives lost. The North Tower followed at 10:28 a.m., claiming 1,600, 200 of whom jumped from blazing floors. Al-Qaeda, under Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan, took the blame. Bush's aid returned, America's under attack. But whispers grew. Could the US have staged it? Why the security lapses? Why no fighter jets? For 100 days, New York choked on dust. Clearing the ruins cost $9 billion. The real gut punch? The New York Stock Exchange, just steps away, hemorrhaged $1.4 trillion. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway lost billions. Global markets shuddered, yet war stocks, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, skyrocketed. Investors knew war was coming. Bush pointed to bin Laden, who denied it on Al Jazeera, sowing doubt. His wealthy Saudi family echoed him. His father blamed Israel's Mossad, saying Islam forbids this. Muslims worldwide recoiled. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forbade killing civilians, cutting trees, or targeting the defenseless. The OIC, Mecca's Grand Mufti, and Iran's Khamenei denounced it. Yet in the West, hijabs drew assaults, jobs vanished, and is Islam peaceful? Hit TVs. Muslims cried, "This isn't us." America ignored bin Laden's denial, demanding the Taliban hand him over. The Taliban, who'd beaten the Soviets with his aid, said, "Prove it, we'll judge him." Mullah Omar saw him as a brother. America sneered, "We don't need proof, give him up or die." 1 month later, the War on Terror began. Bush called it a crusade, backing Ahmad Shah Massoud to oust the Taliban. Al Jazeera aired U.S. strikes on civilians, infuriating the Pentagon, who bombed their Kabul office and sent a cameraman to Guantanamo. By 2002, the Taliban fell. Hamid Karzai, a CIA darling, rose. His corrupt regime faltered. Afghans reject puppets. In 2003, Iraq's invasion distracted the U.S., letting the Taliban regroup. Bin Laden's 2004 tape claimed 9/11, praising the 19, securing Bush's re-election. Obama upped the ante, 100,000 troops, drone barrages. In 2011, SEALs hit Abbottabad, Pakistan. Official story, a covert kill. Rumors, Pakistan sold him out for $25 million via a fake vaccine sting. Either way, bin Laden fell, his body dumped at sea. His sons, Abdullah in Saudi, Omar against him, Saad dead in 2009, lived on. In 2021, America left, the Taliban returned. The cost? Trillions, millions displaced. So, was it an inside job? Conspiracy theories swirl controlled demolitions, untouched Pentagon walls bin Laden as a CIA pawn. Yet the evidence? Flight records, hijacker IDs, bin Laden's own words, Al-Qaeda's boasts, pins it on them. No hard proof ties the US to the plot. Security failed, yes, arrogance, not collusion. The truth? 9/11 was Al-Qaeda's strike, exploited by a superpower's rage. That's the full vein of 9/11, a day that still echoes through history. Was it an inside job? The evidence says no, Al-Qaeda struck and America reacted. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell to keep the history flowing with Histoveins. Share this journey with your friends. Let's keep digging into the past together. See you in the next one.